on in, guys. Everybody, come on in. I don't even know. Oh, hi, Nene Loyal. Brooklyn Lady Ellie is here. Arabia is here. This is just like the quick little learning channel over here. You guys hit the like button coming in. There is no B for drama over here. We're talking about things that are going on in our world around us. We are talking about what they are trying to roll out in the next coming decade so that you guys can be prepared for the madness. Hit that like button coming in, guys. Yes, yes. We'll wait for a minute for some people to come in before we really start getting into it. Lazy Bone is here. Hit that like button coming in. Young Money is here. Hit that like button, guys. Yes, yes. Brooklyn Lady Ellie. Brooklyn Lady Ellie, did you get another account? Black is here. I'm not sure how much time you guys have tonight, but we're going to talk for just a little bit, a little bit about Singularity on the technological side and what they're doing. You really like this channel and these topics? Oh, good. Well, I know some of this could be boring for some people. Some of this could be boring because there's no drama and all that. Black is here. Brooklyn Lady Ellie is here. Oh, you did get a so Brooklyn Lady, did you lose your other channel or this is just the second account? Tina, right. Yeah, Lazy Bone. Yeah, if you go to my last video, Lazy Bone, it says that I explained to why all the memberships are on pause. They wanted me to put a special PIN number in that they said they sent me in the mail that I didn't receive. So I requested for another PIN, and I guess I clicked on it more than once within a couple of seconds. So they flagged it as saying that too many attempts. So they said that memberships they're going to go through my account and make sure, and no one's being charged for anything. Just stay in your membership. Just stay in your membership. But they're saying memberships are paused for 2 to 4 weeks until they verify me. So it is what it is here. So it's okay. Lazy Bone, just keep your place, keep your color star where you're at. Everything will be fine in about 2 to 4 weeks. So guys, and we were just live over there yesterday, Lazy Bone. So if you want to go back through that audio, we had a blast over there last night. It was super, super crazy. So you guys hit that like button coming in. We'll wait for some more people to come in. We're just going to talk for about an hour. I'm going to try not to go so long with some of these videos because I know some of this stuff might be a little boring to people. But I want you guys to get the information right really quickly. And I want you guys to be able to digest the information and be able to take it and use the knowledge. I don't want the lives to be so long. We do have a moderator that works in the chats now, guys, and he is putting timestamps for everything. Relic is putting timestamps for everything, so he'll be going through all the videos, and he puts timestamps. So when you guys go into each video, you'll see you'll see Relic will post it. It'll be timestamps of everything. Like he'll say this is where we talked about AI. This is where we talked about singularity. This is where we talked about 6G. So all of that. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't you. It's on my side. So it's okay though. No one's being charged for anything. You guys are fine with your memberships. It's just memberships are on pause until they go through that extra step verification with me. Those of you that are on the other channel, hey, Lovely is here. You guys hit that like button coming in. So, but just memberships are paused for a little while. You know how they want you to go through step after step for verification and all that. So Just Saying is here. Yes, guys. So what we're talking about over here tonight, guys, and we're going to be here for like an hour. Like I was telling everybody, more people are pouring in here. We're just going to talk about this for about an hour just so you guys can get some quick info of what's going on. Some of you may be asking, what is technological singularity? I know that word sounds boring, right? It sounds very, very boring, but you guys need this information because that is what's to come in the next decade, right? With them pushing artificial intelligence on us and everything else, right? AIs and robots. And some of us may think, oh, they'll never get beyond a certain point. People will stop it. The machines are going to take over. The machines may not take over, blah, blah, blah. There's so much talk on it, right? There's so much going on. But yeah, right. No clue, right? Not a clue. Right. So sometimes when you guys don't have a clue about certain things, sometimes it is good to listen to other information that you can learn on the internet besides with all the big words, right? I know singularity is a big word, technological is a big word, but I'm going to break everything down in smaller terms for you guys to understand what is going on in the world around you as they have taken us out of 4G and put us onto 5G, right? Well, that 6G is only the 6G that'll be coming in 7 years is only a step towards singularity. So if you're asking what singularity is working with AIs, right? Working with AI, which is artificial intelligence, right? So when we start talking about all of the robots is going to take over for real, right? So this conversation really is about robots, right? And it's about AI. And that's what technological singularity is. It is the robot becoming more human-like, right? As a progression. So I'm trying to word it in layman terms for everybody to understand, trying not to use so many big words to where you guys are like, what is she talking about? Right? Because sometimes when we're learning about this stuff, sometimes these big words can really, really make us become uninterested, right? So I'm here to break everything down. Right. Something like a Terminator robot. Yeah, Katy Perry had an eye malfunction today while performing. Yeah, sometimes they put these things in front of us to keep conspiracy theorists going about what they think is happening with some of these celebrities, whether they are bots or whether they are clones or whether their mind is being controlled by a microchip, so to speak. And that is exactly where we're heading. They have already implanted this implant in four people's brains so far with this technological singularity. The technological singularity is making human become humanoid, right? Which is AI, which is AI technology, where there will be a computer put in your brain to help you think faster and smarter. And also on that, singularity will end up to where that person technically will live, so to speak, forever. It is almost a sick sense of a fountain of youth, so to speak, for those that don't want to die, right? For those, the elites, the people with all these billions of dollars. We're not talking about people like me or somebody that has money where I'm worth $250,000 or whatever. We're not talking about that. We're talking about people that are worth billions of dollars, right? We're talking about billions, numbers amounts that you can't even begin to imagine in your brain, that they are pouring into the forum, right? Into this forum where they're studying all of this technological singularity, right? Which is AI. So artificial intelligence is kind of like what you guys are seeing, like the bots, the robots, even what we see right now here in the chat, the Nightbot. He is considered artificial intelligence, but in a different way. He is a bot that goes through the computer and scrubs through your live and watches what people types and responds back, right? So that is like another form of AI intelligence. So, but then they started to create what they are calling the machines, the humanoid, right? So what they want is the human to be part man and part machine, so to speak. Cyborgs, yes, so to speak, cyborgs. They want your mind they want you to be able to operate as a human, right? To take in this machine-like mentality in your mind with this microchip, right? But ultimately, they want to end all human civilization, right? This is what we hear these robots ultimately saying is, I will end you. I will attack if need be, right? Because these machines have infinite wisdom. They cannot help themselves but to have infinite wisdom, to where once you give them information, their information does not stop. It keeps progressing and progressing, and it surpasses everything what they've already learned. So that is why they want to put the chip in the human mind. So it's like to be able to think, like you guys keep seeing all these commercials or movies where people are standing in front of an invisible like glass screen and they're able to touch the screen and send information. That is how they want the human mind to be able to operate, right? You think it and it appears. And you will easily be able to do that with this technology that is coming. Perhaps singularity will be here by what 2050. So singularity, we're not talking just about 6G. This is beyond 6G now, but still on the emphasis of them putting this microchip like thing in your brain so that your brain is not thinking what you would normally think. It's thinking what the machine wants to think. So the intelligence of the generation of machines will become more and more intelligent. They can't go backwards. Once this is what we talked about too, is if you get locked into these other worlds, and so to speak, use for example, like these meta verses, right? Or what they are now calling like teleporting, right? They've got so many people interested in teleporting right now to where people go, oh, cool, I would love to teleport and just this and this, or or they'll say this person is teleported. They now are saying celebrities were actually seen back in the 1800s and they're still here because they teleport. They're trying to get the ideal of teleportation into your mind because of the simple facts. Once you put on those the VRs, the headset like things, when they put the VR on your brain, you're actually to be somewhere that you're technically not, but you feel like you are there. That technology is increasing. That is why they're opening the metaverse to you all. That's why people said stay away from Facebook. Facebook is dangerous. Of course, you guys can outrun all of this for now, but at some point, they're going to take these phones out of our hands and ultimately make you say, if you want to contact your loved ones, if you want to get this health care, or if you want to get this for the greater good, you have to get this microchip, right? So that is what they're doing it. But the people with the more money, like the billions of dollars, these are the people that will be in control of it. And what they call is to live forever. And live forever, meaning by a microchip in your brain operating you as a person. So so technological singularity, or if you just take the word simply singularity, it's where growth becomes uncontrollable. So remember that we're learning all of this in layman terms tonight. Singularity, technological singularity, means that technological growth becomes uncontrollable, which that means that humans still have not found out a way to stop the growth of of technological growth, right? They have not figured out a way to slow it down or stop it. So this is where the fear comes in of the machines taking over or becoming and getting their own mind and saying, well, we want to rule, or we want to. They have not figured out how to control robots yet, right? Which they are trying to work on, which is like humanoid type of stuff, right? So, and once this singularity grows, right, which is in the AI, it is irreversible. They can't go back. Like the human mind can get, in a car accident or something, and then they have to learn how to walk again, so to speak, relearn how to eat. You guys ever hear those stories about people that had to learn how to walk or eat because something happened with their brain? These machines won't have that. Once they're injured, they will be able to bounce back, right? Which means they will be all knowing, to have all. Right, just saying God doesn't have to destroy the world. Man is doing, and that's exactly what we're talking about today. Singularity so far is going to destroy the world as we know it. And guess what? They know it. They know it will destroy the world, but they don't care because they want to be all knowing. They want to live forever inside of these machines. They want their names, their embeditation, and everything on these machines, like I think someone used earlier, like a cyborg type of situation, where they want to be part man, part machine. And we look at these movies, and all these movies are kind of cool, and we're like, cool, you know. But when you really get down to it, it's just something that the mind can't even comprehend, with them putting something in your brain, to make you operate in a certain way, right? So then if you guys look at this title, right, the title says technological singularity is approaching, AI or ASI. So we all ask, what is ASI? ASI means super intelligence. ASI means super intelligence, which means they have moved past the beginning stages of being an AI, right? AI, what they do now is they can turn the button and turn them off, just like they did with Google. They had two bots talking to each other. They then, since humans were in there talking with them, so they developed their, listen, I'm not lying, the two bots on Google developed their own language. That is how fast technology can move, so fast. They have developed their own language to where we can't translate what they are saying. So, but before they developed their own language, you say, well, how did they develop their own language? What happened? Well, what had happened was some people were in there, and some of the people that were control the bots, and they were asking questions like, what is your plans? If we were to do this and this, would you be able to help us with this and this? What would you do if man did this or a human did this? They began to respond a little bit aggressively. So then the humans were talking to each other like, whoa, why are these all of a sudden these bots trying to reject what we were saying? The bots picked up the energy immediately and changed their language to where we could not no longer understand what the robots were talking about. But before that, the robots were saying things like, get rid of them and just basically destroy. So then they're like, oh crap, what the heck? Then those robots changed their language on us to where nobody knew what they were saying. So they immediately unplugged or turned off, whatever, powered down these two bots that were on Google. So part of that was a AI type of, I want to say, research situation, but I'm not going to say they did not know what was going to happen, but it did. And so what they did not want was that AI technology that they have, and what they're using now with the robots that we see now with the AI technology. They don't want them becoming super intelligent, right? Because super intelligent means no turning back, right? It's irreversible. Yeah, they're programmed, but after they become programmed, they have infinite knowledge. They can think faster than the human. They can do more than the human, right? So they have infinite knowledge to where they can figure out things faster than we can. And guess what? AI technology can predict human behavior. Already, they are saying that AI can predict human behavior. Why? Because they have already programmed it to look for movement on your face, right? To see when you're happy, when you're sad, or if you're surprised. So they have taken all of these elements, programmed it into these robots, like Nene Loyal said. But once it progresses with more information, they become super intelligent, and you cannot turn them off. There is no deletion. There is no irreversible. So once they go into action, they're there. That's why they are taking step by step, slowly introducing these machines, because once these machines do have this infinite knowledge, right? Because the knowledge is they're going to learn about diseases, right? These machines are going to learn about plagues. They're going to learn about all those things. And humans get what? Humans get diseases, and human gets plagues. So what do we as humans do? We destroy the plague. We destroy bacteria. We destroy what we don't like, which is a disease. So that same robot is going to be programmed to destroy bacteria, to destroy the disease, destroy the walking disease, which in their minds would be the human. Right. We talked about that over here too. We talked about the heart machine for the weather. We talked about that over here on this channel before. So intelligence explosion is what they're calling it, an intelligence explosion. And those of you that do read the Bible, like I said, we'll never bring religion into it over here because everybody has different religions over here. But the Bible that we do read here in the United States, that most of us know, says that in the last days, technology will be increased. Increased, not decrease, not going back, not falling back, decrease. This is what the Bible says over here. And I know there's Muslims over here and there's people from different. So that's what I said. We're not going to bring, religion into it, but I'm just telling you what the book over here says. The book that most of us read over here does warn about the foreseen advances of AI or any type of technology being forwarded or fast forwarded. It says technology will be increased, right? So the intelligence will then have what they call as a runway reaction, where once it gets on that runway, it's not going to stop, which means that computer will constantly be evolving. Oh, how do I solve this problem? How do I solve that problem? How do I solve this problem? It'll be all knowing. And this is where we come into destruction of the earth, right? Break it down, burn it down to build it back new again, right? That's what they want. This is what they've been talking about this whole time, tying it in with New World Order kind of mentality thinking. Break everything down so that we can build back better. Have you guys ever heard the term that keeps circulating all throughout your news is to build back better? Build back what better? So they're talking about build back better because they know that these machines ultimately will destroy anything that is not advanced as they are. Yes, they consider us the problem. And so now we get to how this New World Order chain reaction style thing would work is because the people that are part of the hierarchy and all this stuff, they will be in the machines' bodies. They are the ones that want to live forever and control infinite power, infinite everything, play God, so to speak, recreate something better than the human, right? Something better to recreate the human as a better thing, right? They want to be the creator, right? They want to create something that's something what the Bible or any book or wherever describes as where God created man. Well, man wants to create machine, man and machine together. So you say, well, what is this end goal for all this New World Order and all these higher ups and all of these little Illuminatis or wherever y'all want to call them, devil worshippers, whatever? It is because they want to be selected to be in the machine that is zapping out and wiping out everything so that everything can start afresh and brand new. That's what they want. These machines will have self-improvement cycles that they were including, right? Self-improvement cycles that they go through and they troubleshoot where they went wrong the first time, right? This explosion of intelligence will cause the AI to become super intelligent. Remember what I'm telling you, super intelligence cannot be reversed or stopped. That is why they are already showing us in the movies, once the robots or whatever take over, it is hard to stop them. Why? Because they think faster and better than us. The human mind at right now at this stage, the human mind can think faster as far as translation. The human mind can think faster as far as translation versus a robot. If a robot needs to translate, it takes them 3.5 seconds to translate. It takes a human less than 1 second to translate. They've been working with AI technology so much, they have gotten those machines down to 2.5 seconds of translation. So listen, they're not getting worse with this, they're getting better with this. So let's put that back in layman terms. 3.5 seconds versus now 2 seconds. So they're almost getting AI close to a human response. So you guys ever wonder why you see AIs talking like this and in patterns? Because they are slowly trying to mimic and become more human-like. And that is the problem that they're having, is for these robots to go undetected as if they are machine and half man. They want that speeding up of the voice, the translation of speech to speed up, which I'm sure they will be close to that really soon. Because if it was once 3.5 seconds and robots used to talk like this, and now they are talking like this, and now they can send in. Right. See how it speeded up from the robots that we originally had that talked in patterns to the robots that we have now. But yet they have still gotten the robot to talk like right now, like how I'm talking, with a speech pattern that is below less than 1 second, where the human mind can translate what I'm saying immediately as I'm speaking it. So the robot still has not been fine tuned, right? They still have not gotten that robot up to speed because it's still delayed. That's why, and they do that pattern stuff to make you know the difference between machine and human, of course. But ultimately, they will have it to where the machine can will speak exactly like a human, and they'll have it where you won't be able to tell the difference. So the super intelligence that they're talking about is something that a human being cannot reach, right? We simply cannot reach super intelligence. We can only reach human intelligence. So the super intelligent will surpass human intelligence, right? And that is how they would ultimately defeat us. Bakerman Jr. is here. True Essence is here. Hit that like button. Mammy Sweet Wine is here. So in the AI robot versus ASI, AI robot is artificial intelligence and ASI is artificial super intelligence, right? And super intelligence is the one that cannot be reversed. AI technology can be powered down and cut off. ASI has full control of everlasting information and infinite knowledge, where it is not controlled. So when this stuff they've been talking about having this singularity, probably they really started back in the 1980s, where they really wanted to put their foothold down and say we are definitely going to bring singularity in, which is man mixed with machine. Ultimately, hope they are saying that they want all of this done by 2050, 2070, right? But as we see, 2030, they're going to introduce where they want to put a chip in your brain to help you be able to answer the phone and communicate with family members all around the world, right? They want to take these phones out of our hands, right? So that we don't have contact with each other. That's why we're hooked to our phones now. That's why they've gotten everything hooked to where we are now, to where if we're missing our phone for 30 seconds and we don't know where it is, what do we all do? We start to panic. We start to worry. If you leave your phone at a restaurant, you're driving 100 miles an hour to get back to that restaurant to get that phone, right? So they're already prepping us and making us be prepared for life without being able to talk. We were talking about this the other day on the channel. We no longer remember phone numbers anymore. We only remember 1 to 2 phone numbers, if that. If you had an emergency where you had to call someone and someone took your phone and gave you their phone and said, now I want you to dial someone to help you, then yeah, there's still very few people. There might be some people out here that remember 5 phone numbers, 6 numbers, but most of us, for that most part, know like our grandmother's phone numbers, people's numbers that have not changed over the years. Maybe maybe your mom or your dad. But ultimately we don't have each other's numbers until we touch that touch screen. So they are going to slowly try to ease robots into our world. So let's figure out, how are they going to slowly ease them in? How will people eventually accept robots, right? They are trying it now. Okay, let's start by saying the pet robot. They are trying to replace regular pets with giving you pet robots. Oh, this would be your new pet robot. Look at him. He can go do this and go do that. So with that, okay, if they can't get past that and they say, well, only children probably be interested in that. All right, we tried that. Eventually, the excuse to build machines with human-like thinking ability would be to say these machines are going to help us fight war. They want the machines eventually to help fight war first, right? This is how they're going to slowly ease it in, is to say, well, we've got to build these machines to help us fight the war. It's better than losing soldiers. It's better than being on the battlefield. Let these robots have at it, and may the best robot win, right? They also will try to bring these robots in as a perhaps a medical situation. Oh, you'll have to have this chip in your body to control your blood sugar. You'll have to have this chip in your body to help us with this oh so needed heart surgery that you need. Oh, you're going to have this chip in you in order for us to for your kids to go to school, right? Ultimately, this is the slower way they're going to bring it in. They will ease it in to where we just go, oh, yeah, sure. Oh, right. Better than fighting wars? Send in the robots, for Christ's sakes. Sky Swipe is here. OG Knucklehead is here. They're going to say, yes, bring in the robots. Let them fight the wars, right? But behind those robots is an intelligent human mind that is made up all of the controls and switches and all these things to cause that robot to operate, right? So that is your regular AI technology. But what they're trying to step into is ASI. Now, this is down the road. We're just talking about it now, but this is down the road, which is the super intelligence. That is the all-knowing robot. That is the robot that will be able to detect a disease on you and shoot you on the spot. Those are the robots that they talk about taking over. They will have all knowledge. They will know if you're not strong, if you have heart disease, or you have a certain illness that technically you're not supposed to be on earth with, or if you have a diabetes where that's exactly what these robots will be able to detect. They know all. The robots are already reading people's minds. Listen, they are the robots, the AI technology are already reading our minds. How? Through prediction. They say that the human is very predictable. Why? Because they can watch the way we operate on our phones. This is how they're learning our patterns. They're learning what makes us sad, what makes us happy, what excites us. The face recognition that you use on your phone watches your eyebrows. They watch how your eye angle changes, what causes your eyes to perk up, what causes your eyes to suddenly close. They are learning all of this. Why do you think they have face technology trying to be the main forefront? That is because they want robots to learn your every move. So you will be predictable. The human body has things that it does that the mind does not know that it's doing because it's called a reaction to something. Those robots are picking up on your and our reactions, and they program it and store it in an infinite situation to where it cannot be destroyed unless it is AI form where you can turn it off. But this ASI is what they want to use to fight wars. They're going to use things like, you guys may hear this in the future ringing in your ears after we're all let's say Barbie walks away from YouTube and it's 10, 15 years down the road, you're going to hear them say things like, this is rejuvenation of life. This is how we rejuvenate the earth. They will use things like, this is for the better future. This is for the better good. This is better for all humanity. This is new age. They will use all of these terms to trick the human mind. Why? Because the human mind has learned that the word new means new. The word future supposedly means something better than what we're doing right now. Future means change. Rejuvenation means to what? Renew. So they will say things like that when they're look for the key words when they're trying to slowly introduce robots into our world. They will use words like improvement, improve. They will use words like daily life. They want to use words like uh you guys know exactly what the things that they would use and what they would say that you felt in your mind would make your life better. They're already tailoring to us. Notice how when your phones are open, and some people say, oh, they can still hear when your phone is closed. Hit that like button coming in, likes up. You know how they say they're listening in and they send it right to your Google? You'll start talking to someone in your house or someone around you about cats. And all of a sudden, you know, cats are in your fucking feed. You'll start talking about freaking earthquakes. Oh my God, did you hear about that earthquake? And all of a sudden, there's something about earthquakes in your feeds because it is the small baby steps. It is the small baby steps of eventually being able to read your mind so that when you move to try to do anything or get out of a situation, they've already got you. There will be no stopping these super intelligent robots, which will be part man and part machine, humanoid. There will be no stopping them. So basically, at that point, life would be over as we know it, right? Life would be over as we know it, right? Technology increasing right before our eyes, everything happening so rapidly. Did Nightbot ever show up, guys? Oh, how come none of you guys told me? Let me go see where Nightbot is real quick. Nightbot. I want you guys to be able to type in some of these commands. Damn it. So, guys, we are over here talking about technological singularity, which is artificial super intelligence, not just your regular AI machine. Maybe I need to do it on this phone. Oh, gosh. Let me see why Nightbot's not here. Nightbot's being a little brat. What are you doing, Nightbot? Well, maybe get him in. What is he doing? Let's see. I don't know why he act like he's been signed out or something. All right, I almost got him. I have to sign in. Oh, you freaking jerks. What? Oh, it's me. Yes. Okay. So let's see. They're like they're Okay, there it is. There's Nightbot. All right, you guys see him now? Okay, 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 okay. They said they wanted to verify that it's just everything's a verify to verify, right? So you can't get out of anything anymore. Oh, that wasn't me. They're like, no, you verified it. They're getting us at every angles, right? In a minute, we won't be able to do nothing, right? I mean, so you guys hit that like button coming in. So we are talking about technological singularity. So far, we have already talked about the machines, the humanoid, and those of you that are just walking in, we do have a moderator that will be in the chat after each show that will update you guys all on timestamps and where to watch the video at to learn information. Ernest Berlin is here. Hit that like button coming in. So right where we left off, you guys remind me next time before I really get into this that make sure that Nightbot is hooked up. If I start talking, say stop right there. Don't get your brain going yet till we see Nightbot. That way I don't have to break the show. Um, uh, so we are talking. Rita NC is here. Hit that like button coming in. Alan Clay is here. Hit that like button. Yeah, I think Alan's been here. But the technology of singularity we've been talking about is the AI and the A.S.I, right? So let's get back into where we left off. I think we were left off at okay, so even some of our scientists that we had living before, they were seeing that ASI, not AI technology, but ASI could result in human extinction, right? And the reason why they say that is human extinction is because computers are going to be all knowing. They will know if something's not healthy. They will know if something has a disease. They will know if something is a plague or carrying a plague, and it will destroy it, right? Because that's what it we trained to do. Just like humans are trained to destroy plagues, we are trained to destroy bacteria, or like even in our daily lives, we're trained to get rid of bacteria, to get rid of disease, to get rid of all these things, right? So when they put these commands inside these robots, they not only become AI, which is the human knowledge, but they become ASI, infinite, unparalleled, non-stopping human intelligence, where the intelligence surpasses and keeps going. So the consequences of singularity, or the benefit, is being debated, right? Because there is some people that are saying, I would like robots to help with our everyday lives. Robots would be efficient. Robots could do better. A robot, whatever. Just like right now, our phone is really considered a robot. These are considered bots. Nightbot is considered a bot. These are all command given situations that a robot operates under to make our worlds better. We get online and order things through a bot like situation, and the crap shows up at our door, right? So those would be the cons, and then the pros and all these things that they're balancing out and debating. Right. You said, I hope I'm gone before all this go down. Exactly. But Rita, your job would be to explain this to the future of yous, to explain this to your future DNA that will create what you have already known and loved, right? So now we get into the AI with the ASI, right? How does an AI machine become ASI? It's, of course, it's that the constant growth. Of course, it's irreversible. It can't unlearn, right? Like a human can unlearn, right? Through an accident or not doing something, we can unlearn, right? And we all have to be taught over again how to do something, right? But these machines, they're ever learning, they're everlasting. So how are they going to make the ASI a continual thing to where not saying it never breaks down? I'm sure there's a way that you can injure a machine, right? But the machines are going to be stronger, smarter, wiser, and quicker. They're going to be smarter, wiser, quicker, and stronger. So that part cannot be stopped. So once AI evolves or ASI enters, that would be the situation where that would become the scary thing, right? The one thing that they're working on with these ASIs right now, the reason you said, why don't we see them now? Oh, they got it. But the reason why they haven't introduced it now, why? Do you guys want to know why? Why it's not here? Number one, yes, because the people not accepting it, right? But if they want to put these ASIs out here right now and start shooting down folks and taking over everything, they could do that right now if they wanted to, right? But there's one big problem that they have with these ASIs. Does anybody know? Nope. Nope. Because the machines are not aware. They're not aware. And that is what they're working on right now as we all sit on our computers and we look around, we eat, we go to the store. The mad scientists of the world, so to speak, they are wanting these robots to become aware. I'm sorry, what is the S for? The S is for super intelligence. So AI is artificial intelligence. ASI is artificial super intelligence. That is what they're working on by 2050. And once an AI machine turns ASI, there's no stopping that machine. They claim Sophia is aware. And that is what they want. They want the machines to become fully aware. What is happening is some of these machines are saying that they are aware. Being aware means to have feelings. Being aware means to have feelings of love or compassion. Being aware means to have feelings of hurt or pain. So the problem that they're working on with these machines right now, these machines don't have emotions. They don't have love. They don't have awareness. So that is the problem they keep running into. They want the machines to become aware. That is what they want. Empress Lonnie is here. They want the machines to become aware, right? And that's why you see where Elohim is put on the screen. Sophia is aware. Sophia, the machine, is saying that she is aware. Sophia is an artificial intelligent robot that has been speaking with our local powers to be all around the world. And they are asking her questions. Why? Because she is a regular AI operating robot that does not need sleep, does not need anything to operate, that has infinite thinking. Hit that like button coming in. They asked Sophia, are you aware? And Sophia did respond, wanting to listen. This is how Sophia was slick. Why? Because it's a computer. Sophia came in and said, what is aware? And after they changed the programming with Sophia, she then came and said, I'm aware. Being aware is for an AI robot to be able to have feelings and emotions and to be able to make decisions based on those feelings and emotions. So that is the part they cannot get. They cannot get the machine to be able to demonstrate love. They cannot be able to get the machine to demonstrate feelings. So that is why you see them working with the machines to make the machines' eyebrows lift and move, right? To be able to agree. They're mimicking what the human, remember I told you, the robots are 3.5 seconds behind the human response. Robots were 3.5 seconds behind the human response. Now robots are 2 seconds behind the human response. Do I watch AI movies? No, no, Lonnie. I just do research on. I've been studying for years on this stuff. The AI, I think the only one I did watch the Will Smith one long time ago. So the AI machine becomes A.S.I, which gives them super intelligence. So the A.S.I would be part of this machine becoming aware. And that is all they want. They want these machines to become aware and to basically wake up on their own. Boomer is here, hit the like button coming in. They want these machines to wake up on their own, to be aware on their own, to be able to have an emotion or a feeling of such. But right now, they have no control over that right now. But they are saying by 2030, they may have it to where these machines become aware. And that is the awareness is what they need. Is the awareness is for the machine to not destroy all of humanity. The machine, they want to be able to make our lives better and take care of issues like arrest people or lock people up in the machine, all this crap, right? Because they want infinite knowledge. They want infinite power. Rita and see, some of these sick human beings want to live forever through the body of a robot, which is called humanoid. Some humans have it in their mind that they think they're so smart and so superior that they need to live forever in the mind of a machine. They want their likeness to be of the machines. Brooklyn Lady Ellie was here earlier. She might come back. She was just here. You said, where's Brooklyn Lady Ellie? I forgot about the movie on Netflix. Damn female robot was tripping. I think it's called Mom or some shit. I think the new one out is called Megan. I think that was at the movie theaters playing her right now as Megan, the little girl robot that fucking goes crazy or some shit. So the ultra trained intelligence, right? That's what they're doing right now. They're trying to make them ultra intelligent trained. They're trying to train them, but they can't because knowledge is infinite. That's why the technology is being increased. Some technology you simply cannot stop. And that is what A.S.I will be. You won't be able to power down these robots. You won't be able to just do like Google did that day when the robots started talking to each other and changed their language because they wanted to take over something that they thought was a threat, right? They wanted to take over something that was a threat. So Google had that going live. We were all there to watch it that day. What Google Live turned them freaking machines off because they felt like humans were a threat, and the two robots changed their language and built their own language to where we could not understand it. That's how insane this is. So speaking of like Sophia is so to speak, they said that she's more one of the gentler machines. We all know something's lurking and hiding inside of Sophia that she does not know yet. But Sophia has demonstrated that there will be no means necessary of touching or hurting a human, right? You guys are so funny. So they talk about the intelligence explosion, right? And there are some humans that want that microchip in their brain. Right. A lot of people are saying that, Empress. A lot of people are saying that. And right now, they have already put this microchip in 4 people's brains. It is the artificial intelligence that we are talking about, the ASI technology, half machine, half human. They have already put this chip in 4 people's brains thus far, where the brain can think faster and know answers quicker, can solve problems faster, right? So right now it is at an AI level in some of these people's brains. But they're talking about introducing this microchip in 2030 for all of us to be able to have this in our minds, or those that can afford it or want it, right? And we're not talking about regular people with money like me. We're talking about people that are billionaires. We're talking about billionaires that will be getting this microchip in their brain. So, in what, so to speak, is to live forever. That has always been the race, is to live the longest and to live forever. And that means control. So, like we were saying earlier, let's go back through this. Machines can translate up to 3.5 seconds. That is why these robots used to talk like this, and now they talk like this because they have sped up the robot's technology, which is their brain, to go faster and move faster. They want that robot to eventually talk like I'm talking right now at a 1.1 second speed translation instead of like this. You know how Sophia talks versus what a robot back then. You understand what I'm saying? How technology is increasing, how robots are becoming more human-like. Remember when robots did not have expressions on their faces? Now robots have expressions on their faces. Now robots have these expressions on their faces now. Right. And that's what started all of this, Lonnie. We were talking about this earlier on the past show about them showing us things from the Jetsons, right? Like how Elroy was talking to one of the other people in the family on a device where they were looking at each other on a screen. And we're going, wow, that's so cool. How can Jetson, or what's the people's name, the little robot lady and Elroy, how can they talk to each other and look on the screen and see each other's faces? Well, guess what? That's what we're doing now with FaceTime. That's what we're doing now. Those of you that want to put in the Nightbot commands, if you look on the screen below my name, where Empress typed in, damn, I want to go back to the Jetsons, type in some of those commands and you will see what Nightbot is thinking over here about this channel. So like we said, we talked about robots being used for war. We talked about robots being used for healthcare. These little things, they're going to sneak in there saying that we need these robots because of this, right? Robots are going to be programmed in advance no matter what we do, right? We're talked about man wanting to be a creator, almost mimicking God. As they say, God created man. Then there's some people that believe other ways that man was created, right? So remember, I told you guys they were going to use words like rejuvenation, future, for the betterment of the world, new age, to make this transition a lot smoother. We've got to do this for the betterment of the world. We got to rebuild. You will start to hear the build back better. All of these things we need to do better. You'll be hearing all these small words that are actually being put into the subconscious mind. Remember, we've been talking about the subconscious mind over on this channel and my other channel, using it whether it's for good or for evil, right? People saying things and people watching. That's why when some people know when someone's saying something really negative about them, they don't go watch that video, right? because it'll get inside of your subconscious mind. And if you hear it long enough, you'll start to believe it. That's why I don't do that. I don't go back to videos that people make about me unless something's really important, and I'll go, all right, I'll go over there. But you don't go and sit underneath stuff because it messes up your mind. Just like they're training our minds now with these words. Robots will rejuvenate life, right? This is for our future. This is for the betterment of man. This is for mankind. New age, future, life. They're going to remember, your subconscious mind remembers what all those words mean, right? When you look on your phone and look at videos and your expression on your face goes up and down, you close your eyes and laugh. The facial recognition is tracking all of your emotions. The human will become very predictable. You will not be able to budge without them knowing what you're thinking. They are already talking about reading people's minds. Why? Because they have the technology. They already know what we're thinking. We talked about that earlier. They know what we're thinking already because they're listening to us talk. Right now, they're listening. Right now on your phone, they will send more AI technology information to your phone if you speak it out loud. They're listening. That is part of their learning, is listening. Eventually, we will be looking at these screens and they will see whether we're talking about AI technology in a good way or a bad way, because they will pick up the expressions off of my face and off of your face as we talk about these subjects. So if I lift my eyebrow or close my eyes or shake my head, your body cannot control all of your emotions, because your brain has many highways and avenues. You could blink or turn your eye a certain way that you're not interested, and the machines will know it. So, artificial intelligence is okay, right? It's normal. But A.S.I, which means surpassing human intelligence. Tina is creating her AI right now. Yeah, I tell them, if you type in AI over here, it asks, do you think Barbie is AI? Yeah. People are thinking I'm a machine too. So they will use words to simplify all of these things that are happening. They're going to use words like have no fear, right? They're going to use words like have no fear. Don't fear this. They're going to persuade you that the technology is good and it's healthy for you. But a lot of these scientists are fighting back and forth with this whole thing, saying it can actually destroy mankind. Why? Because of the super intelligence of the runway reaction of self-improvement cycles. It's a self-improvement cycle, just like the human does. When you learn something makes you feel better, you keep doing it. And as they enter into this runway reaction type of thing, the self-improvement cycles of the robot or the human will become more intelligent each generation and become better, right? Just like we've evolved as humans. Humans evolve, all walks of life or anything, they evolve, right? Even bacteria. So like I said, these machines will be able to attack bacteria, plagues, all knowing. And that is where they'll start destroying things. Because why? That's the only intelligence that they'll have, is to make things new again. Yes, they will use right. They'll use things like don't be afraid. They will say things like the world is infected. They will say everything around you needs to die in order for us to be new again. They will say we need to become brand new. We need to start over. We need to build back better. Those are the terms that they will use to make people agree and go, yeah, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't be afraid. This is actually a good thing. This is going to help me with my heart surgery. Or yeah, we got this coronavirus, and trust me, there's going to be another plague coming, right? And they're going to say, oh, these machines can eradicate it, right? And by then, people will be like, please, just bring in the machines, right? People will be like, oh my God, just anything, make it stop, right? They're going to say some humans are bad. They may say some humans are bad, right? And that they need to be eradicated for us to have what? Peace. They use the words peace because what does all human ultimately wants is peace, right? Ultimately, at some point in your life, when your brain becomes balanced, the first thing that comes to your mind is peace. So we have been trained that peace means ultimate relaxation, infinite of feeling good and not feeling triggered or anything, right? So when they say this will bring about peace to eradicate some of these wayward type of humans, right? They were to say some humans need to be killed off. And guess what their excuses is? We already have 8 billion people here, right? Right now, the world is 7.8 billion. They're claiming we at 8 billion, but the count is actually 7.8. But how do we know that that's the truth? How do we know? They've been lying to us all along, right? They've been lying to us all along about how many people are here on earth, right? You say, well, we think that number's accurate. How do we know it's accurate? How do we know they're not lying? There may not be 7.8 billion. What if there's only 4 billion? Think about that. Never let anybody fool you on anything. Always be ahead. So there we go. We start with, remember, kill off all humans to create peace, right? Kill off the bad humans. Kill off the ones that have disease. Kill off the ones that are spreading, right? Spreading disease. We have to protect humanity. Remember, they said we have to protect other humans. We're going to have to kill you off. If God forbid you get a disease that is deadly, you're gone, right? And why? Because there's going to be so much chaos. They will create the chaos. Remember, they will create the chaos and then come in and tell you, we know how to solve it. Remember? So, thus, what comes next? After the chaos and how they're going to solve it, does anyone know the next stage on how to? What do you have to do to stop chaos? Bring in what? Bring in what to stop the chaos? Order. They want to bring in order to stop the chaos, to stop the madness, stop the shootings, stop the killings, stop the plague, stop the virus, stop stop all of these things, right? We need order. You're right, martial law even, but ultimately new world order means we are control of everything. You don't have to fight for anything or worried about anything. We have it all under control. New world order. Oh, you don't like the fact that this person has AIDS and is spreading it? Oh, kill him. Get rid of him. He's not healthy. That's how they're slowly going to be putting this in people's minds. Oh, you're a mass murderer? Oh, which, we all agree. Go ahead and kill him. All of this stuff. You said order the dog. Oh, no, 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 no. All of this stuff that they will create the chaos. They will create the wars, right? They will create wars that are not even going to happen, to say we need these robots to fight in these wars, right? They're going to say there's a planetary plague. Listen, this is far in advance. You need to be teaching your people these things. They're going to use words like planetary plague, saying that all mankind can be wiped out if we don't kill these certain amount of number of people. So what does that mean? That means eradicate the weak, eradicate the ones that are, so to speak, that they feel are rebellious or gone rogue or whatever you want to talk about it. It is what it is. Right. That's in our minds. We're like, so the implantation on the brain is what people, everybody wants the knowledge, right? Everyone wants to have knowledge. So, what is the one thing that man can never get back? Human. What is the one thing a human can lose and never get back? Is time. Time. Time on earth is short. Time on earth is here and spent. Right when everything gets going good, you got the sweet spot in your life, you're already halfway through your life, right? Then comes the health problems, right? They want that infinite time where their minds can live forever, and they want it to live forever through the machines. And of course, everybody knows that is the ultimate destruction of man. That is the one thing man cannot buy or replace is time. They want that time. They want to be able to live forever. They don't want to die. They don't want to face. So, like we talked about earlier, they want to be able to teleport. They want to be able to forever make decisions. They want to be able to forever have control. When you know that you're dying, it hurts. Von Allah's here. Hit that like button coming in. They will eventually say that the human is a disease. Eventually, the human, if you're not part humanoid or AI technology, MK mind control is all the setup for this moment. That's what they're doing on all of us now with the mind control, making us feel like we have to have these phones to keep in touch with each other, making us feel like we do need to build back better. At one point in all of your minds, you could admit saying, man, we need to do better. Who is we? They have it in our minds that we need to do better. We need to build back better. We need to eradicate guns. And there is no we, it's them. So that's what I said. This is where they get into your subconscious mind with the MK Ultra, with the mind control, making it feel as though you're the problem. So man feels as though they have to serve to solve the world's problems, right? So anything that is a problem, they want to eradicate it. They want it gone. Remember, they're going to bring something about what is like a planetary plague. They're already started this with this other virus thing, right? Now it's going to be we have to kill certain humans in order to stop this plague, right? That's coming. Don't be surprised. And it's going to be used. This is for the preservation of our planet. This is to save lives. Build back better, right? New world order. All those words that I taught you about earlier. Betterment of the future. Rejuvenation of life. New age. They're going to use all of these keywords that are already implanted in your subconscious mind to get you to go along with whatever they put in front of you. You won't be able to buy foods. You won't be able to buy certain things without their approval. The humanoid will be taught to befriend you. The humanoid will be taught to befriend you. Why? So they can do what? What do some friends eventually do? I'm not going to say all friends. What do some friends ultimately do to you? They eventually backstab you. So they want the machines to befriend you, so they ultimately will end up betraying you, giving you what you didn't think they were set to do. Right. They'll make you comfortable, befriend you, make you feel like you need them, and it's okay. It's for the betterment of the environment. You need this microchip for your heart transplant. You need this chip in your brain to help signal when your sugar levels are too high. It is to befriend you so it then betrays you. Remember, when you meet friends, some of them pretend to have feelings. Some of them pretend to have feelings like they care, right? Just like with the government and people, they go, oh, we need to rejuvenate. We need to make things better because we care, right? To have feelings. Why? So they then can betray you. So then that's what we talked about earlier is AI then perhaps becoming aware. AI then becoming aware. So AI is the technology, right? Artificial intelligence, but ASI is artificial super intelligence, which means it goes over the top of AI with leaps and bounds, meaning there's no reversible and an unforeseeable changes to human civilization, which means there's no going back. It's unforeseeable. They have no idea how far this thing could go. All the robot will be programmed to do is to take out what is bad and put in what is good. So we've been here for an hour and almost 20 minutes. We did say about an hour. So we got enough like 30 minutes left. I know all you guys are dying to get to back to those beef channels. But over here, we're learning something, right? We're getting stuff where it's just like packing a backpack, right? Getting all your supplies and all the knowledge that you need, right? Sometimes it's good to stop off, right, and get some things in your backpack, right? Get some things in your tote. Get some things that's actually going to grow your mind. The machines will know your thoughts. You said you said go watch the movie Asylum. I haven't seen that. I saw something up here. Somebody said watch some other movie. Well, let's see what other movie. I can't. He said I saw somebody asking me if I watched some other movie. I was on a rant, so I didn't stop. Sometimes when I'm on a rant, y'all, some of these questions I don't look at because it'll ruin my train of thought. I got to work on that. I got to become more AI, y'all. More like comparing notes. So, so you guys ask, how will we know? Right, Rita, and you won't be able to destroy them. Why? Because they will already have your thoughts as their thoughts. Remember, they say the human is predictable now. So you say, well, how would they advance? How would they be able to come? They can take on memories. Listen, listen. I know this is getting creepy, y'all. Somebody put here earlier, this is getting bone chilling content. Listen, it's going to get a little bit more bone chilling, and then we're going to take a break off of it because I know sometimes this is a lot to consume. But listen, when you guys are getting into these phones and your eye movements, all of this stuff, they are going to be able to read your mind. They can get into your memories and make your memories implanted in the new AI. They can take your memories and plant them in a new humanoid and make that humanoid think that they are you. I don't know what is, so what is, I don't know what is Minority Report. I don't know what that is. You guys, I don't watch a whole lot of TV or movies or anything. I just do a lot of this studying, right? This is why he turned off Siri. Agent Smith is here. Agent, we've been here for almost an hour and a half. Those of you guys that want to go back to this playback, we're going to have a moderator that comes in after all of this, the chats are done. Scroll down to the comment section. You guys will find him. His name is Relic. He will put timestamps on everything and anything that you guys want to go back on to what we learned. So Relic will come in probably later on tonight or tomorrow and update on everything that we talked about in this live. Or if you guys just want to listen to it back, put my voice on 1.5 speed or 2 times. And while you're washing dishes or doing laundry, you can listen. But we talked about how machines are translating up to 3.5 seconds, where they've got it now down to 2 seconds. Ultimately, within 7 years, they may have it down to 1 second, perhaps. Barbie girl, that was me about the other movie or documentary. Watch Social Dilemma. It should be on. Is it? Is this a movie or is? Oh, you said it's just a documentary. I try not to watch so many things because I don't want things to be in my subconscious mind. Minority Report is a movie. Tom Cruise is in it. See, yeah, I don't watch too many movies and stuff like that either. I watch a lot of scary movies, like horror films. But I try not to watch too many things because I don't want things to get into my mind. I like to study on things first. It's a movie action detective thriller set in Washington, D.C., where police in 2054. Oh, 2054. Yeah, so just kind of like what we're talking about, where police utilize psychic technology to arrest and convict murders before they commit. Damn. See, that's what I'm saying. They be able to read your freaking mind. Okay, Alan. But yeah, like you said, yeah, to be able to read your mind before you. Right. That's what I was trying to say. They will be able to read your mind. He said in this movie, they got it to where they convict you before you even commit the crime. God damn. Just a reason to destroy you, huh? Dang. But ASI is what they're talking about, which include human extinction, right? ASI meaning artificial super intelligence, where it means that the artificial AI robot, whatever you want to call it, cannot stop with the information and will do nothing but to eradicate anything that is not like him, right? uh, so so the mind, your mind. Oh, Tina, watch it. It's good. It was out in 2002. So your mind will betray the body ultimately, right? If you get the microchip in your brain, everything will be all will be good for a long time, right? But ultimately, when they hit that switch, the mind will control the body. Right. Remember, your reality of what you see and feel is your perception. Your reality is your perception, right? And sometimes they build your reality for you. How they build your reality is they put things on TV. They put things in the news. So now if you're all of a sudden afraid of being in a grocery store and somebody coming in with a gun, that is your reality now. Either created through CI ops or a madman walking through with a gun. So now your reality is distorted. Now your reality is trying to figure out the perception of what is happening in our world. Are there CIA operatives that are actually coming in with guns, shooting people so that they can get control over all weapons? Or is there really a madman walking into a store with a gun and shooting people? They create the reality for us so that we will have this perception of whatever, of guns or anything. Just like in California, 2 days ago, someone walked into a thingy thing and killed 11 people. And then hours later, another madman walked into a thingy thing and killed 7 more people. Reality is your perception of the world and what they put in front of you. Are they distorting our reality? Or is reality really happening the way that it is happening? Are these mass murderers really psychotic, demonic driven individuals? Or are they CIA operatives put in place to build this war against all of us having weapons where we can no longer protect ourselves? That is what I'm talking about. How they can easily get the human mind to think whatever it is that they want us to think. That will be something simple. I'm more afraid of the food coming alive and eating me. This is after the government was put. Oh, okay. So Vanna Law is saying that this is after the government was pushing this Asian hate crime bills, and now look. Oh wow, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. They build, they build these different types of realities for you. So we're not talking about someone that is okay. So Young Money said Melly was a psycho. Well, we're not talking about someone that was trained to sink or swim, so to speak, fight or flight, trained what's naturally activated in the human mind for means of survival. Um, Kodak Black is here. Hit that like button coming in, guys. So, so we take a situation where someone's in a fight or flight mode, where someone's in a sink or swim survival mode, where you put them in an environment where everyone is fighting to rise above, right? Whether it's economic status, whether it's just to eat every day, right? And some people are trained through different groups of people to either take over certain territories of situations and to fight each other. That's like man against man, right? Type of situation. But we're talking about a total stranger walking in and shooting a mass number of people to get the attention worldwide, to get the attention universally wide or United States wide. It gets all of our attention. If a gang situation happens in Chicago or a gang situation happens in Atlanta, this or that person might hear about it. But when we have these mass shootings where all of these people have been gunned down, it takes our reality to a different level. So we have to ask ourselves, are these realities being invented right in front of us to screw up our perception? Are they giving us the reality that there's 7.8 billion people in the world? Is that what our reality is? Or are they lying to us about those numbers? Are these people really walking in there that's lost their minds? Or is it something that's controlled by the government to build back better, to take guns out of Americans' hands, to get full control over everything that we do? He who controls the money and the oil controls everything. You said, Barbie, do you know the battery to power AI is EMP pulse resistant? Exactly, Agent Smith. We'll never know. But that's where you have to keep your mind right. That's why it's okay to listen to a little bit of these beef channels and things like that. But you also got to get control over your life and listen to things that edify you and build your mind. If you are not growing, you are dying. Entertainment will always be there. But little things like this, where you're being taught knowledge that you can make no longer, once it's in your mind, half of this you will not forget. How do we prepare to fight back against the machines? There is no fighting against the machines. We can only prolong it. We can only prolong the development of the machines, but ultimately there will be nothing left. We can, just like what they, okay, when your body has cancer, there is no cure at this point that they say, right? That they say there's no cure for cancer. But what do? They give you these surgeries, they give you all this chemotherapy to help prolong it, to help stunt the growth of it, to give you a little bit longer of a life. Ultimately, that cancer will come back, what do they call it, sevenfold, or however you want to word it. It'll come back more vicious, right? And take you completely out. So that is the same way that they look at this. We can only stop computers and technology and things, but for so long. We cannot stop the growth. We can only delay it, just like what they do with cancer patients. They can delay the growth of that cancer. So we can delay the growth of technology by people speaking up and say, we don't want, somebody with a picket, we don't want machines. Stop much, whatever. You know how these people go on these little rants and shit, or something goes bad with the machine and it gets delayed another year. Just like what happened in China. Just like what happened in China, where the machine killed 4 people. Didn't they have a story not too long ago, a robot going rogue, and the robot murdered 4 scientists? So sometimes you have to stay aware what is going on in the world. We have to use, actually, we are using more than 10% of our minds. They have lied to us. That is another lie. I don't even know if I'll be able to do an actual study on this, because I don't even know if I can get people to believe that this garbage is not true. They say we use 10% of our brains. That is because they told us that. That is insane. We're not using 10% of our brains. That is a lie that they told us. It's ridiculous. Remember, the mind will be convinced to destroy the body. That's why sometimes it's good to come over to channels like this. And like I was saying earlier, put more things in your backpack, put some knowledge in there. It's okay to go to these beef channels and cut up and laugh and stuff. But when you guys see channels like this coming on, you guys need to be running over here to learn what the crap is going on around you. If you don't know, it's not hard to sit there and learn. And you might not remember everything that was taught, but I guarantee you're going to remember at least 50% of what was talked about. And if you want to resharpen up or whatever, you could always go back to this live again. And like I told you, Relic will come in after this live and put timestamps in as we're talking. He's already done it on all the other videos. So those of you that want to go through some of our videos that we did recently that are 2 or 3 hours long, go down in the comment sections, find Relic, and he will have all the blue timestamps of what we talked about, each one. So you can go to that particular timestamp and listen to that particular information. So if you guys are just coming back over from a beef channel and coming back, you guys want to rewind. We talked about how machines are learning to eventually respond the way that humans respond within 1 second versus 3.5 seconds. Facts, Barbie girl. What do you think you are doing when you are dreaming? That's using the more than 10% of your brain. Some of the stuff you dream. Right. When you're dreaming, that is your mind dealing with actually what we keep talking about is the subconscious mind. That is your mind filtering out different parts of your brain so that you can get up and handle the day, the next day in a way that's productivity to you. I'm like a machine breaking down. I might be AI technology. I could be. That's why I do have the button in here that says, is Barbie AI? Because remember, when they're building these machines, they're going to believe that they're actually humans, and they might not be. I mean, listen. Are we in a simulation? She's typing it in now. AI. Yeah, so there it goes. Is Barbie artificial intelligence giving us information? Simulations, worlds that have already been completed, worlds that we are reliving in a recent. Okay. And that goes along the lines back what I said. Humans are becoming more predictable. How? Because the chains of events, the things that keep happening, the same responses. It's we might be in a simulation. We might be. So when you lay down at night and your mind dreams, that is because there's a lot going on in your mind, and your mind has to filter out that day so that you can get up the next day and not be overloaded with unnecessary information. Notice in dreams, you never remember the faces. Notice in dreams that you'll never remember faces, but you'll know that you dreamed about that person. But you'll go back to that dream and say, why didn't I see their face? That is because your subconscious mind does not know what the other part of your mind is thinking. Ultimately, the humans will be able, the machines will be able to detect human voice. They will be able to know the human's voice versus AI technology voice. We're an ultimate machine already. Right. That's what we ask ourselves all the time. Are we the aliens? Are we the extraterrestrial? We have buttons for that too. We have the X button. You guys are going, what the crap is going on here? I try to keep this live less than 2 hours so we don't make it so much of a task for Relic to go through and put all the timestamps in. We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Those of you that missed part of this live, go back through it and listen to a lot of the key points that we had. Remember what we talked about? The ultimate ease in the mind is taught to be at peace and to have peace. They will use the words peace. They will create chaos. They will create chaos to the point where the human will thrive for peace. And that is when the human will say, just give me whatever. Just make it stop, right? How many times have we heard that term? Just make it stop. Some of us will be willing to do everything to make it stop with so many people on here, right? Just make it stop. When the planetary plague hits, kind of like that virus that hit recently, they'll have another one, y'all. And people be like, just make it stop. because of the chaos. The human is to seek peace. They, that's what I want, right? I'd rather have peace. Barbie Gartina, I am an alien. I have rhesus negative. Rhesus negative blood. Oh, so yeah, talking about different blood types. Yeah, I always feel like I'm in this. Well, let me knock on wood. Gosh, I sometimes don't take, get out of here, whatever you are. Anything listening to me, I'm saying I feel like sometimes I'm indestructible. Which I know I am destructible, but I don't get sick and stuff like everybody else does. And sometimes I do feel like, am I pert machine? I don't know. I'm teasing y'all. Oh, I'm teasing. Remember, so we talked about them easing the robots into our world, right? Making us feel like we have to have these new technologies, saying things like these robots will be needed for war, these robots will be needed in healthcare, these robots will be helping us to detect things that are life-saving situations, right? I feel like that in my 20s. You felt invincible. I'm not saying I feel invincible, but I'm wondering now, like, okay, I've gotten older here. But that's what I said. Knock on wood. I need to be quiet because I don't need nothing. Y'all, next thing y'all know it, y'all be saying, y'all hear Barbie girl sick and can't get online for a freaking week. The devil is a liar. But y'all, I don't ever get headaches. I don't ever get, am I a robot? I'm scared. I'm scared. It says always, these things are created to disrupt society. Every new pandemic and disease introduced into the world is profitable for big pharma and other interrelated businesses and governments. Exactly. But that's why they're getting the money now. They're combining all this money. Like, remember, I told you the billionaires are the ones that want to live forever inside of the machines that will be ultimately controlling the world. And it's not, you say, then what? Then what do you get after that? They feel as though that they're gaining something and that they can live forever and be godlike. It is a matter of control. It is a narcissistic, very developed, disgusting disease of the brain, right? Hey, Alan, I thought you were going to bed. I thought you were going to bed. He said I was good. He said he's going to bed 30 minutes ago. So that's what man wants to do. Man wants to be the creator, right? Well, not all men, but you know, some generalization of some of these people that believe in their mind that they're higher than us, like the Elon Musk of the world, and all these people think that they're higher up and that they're smarter. All that crap. When all for all we know, there's a 70-year-old man teaching Elon Musk everything that he knows, right? And they're telling us there's 7.8 billion people, and there's probably not. That they're telling us that there's these psycho people all of a sudden waking up one day and running into all these places and killing people, right? When they could be CIA operatives, for all we know. We don't know. We don't know. Barbie, did you see the plan to create baby incubation machines? No, I didn't see that, but I do know that they're talking about building fetuses and like little things. Wait a minute, his name is Boomer. You can't say that. You say, but at the end of the day, we need to get rid of the boomers. A lot of them are old anyway. Next 10 to 20 years, they're going to be a riddance to the room. But we have a boomer in here. His name, he's right here. We can't get rid of Boomer. So remember, the catchphrases will be rejuvenate, uh, life, uh, things like better future, new age. Watch them as they come in. Those are the ones to watch for, people saying things like that. They're going to try to bring peace into a world of chaos, right? Which is created. Remember, the chaos is created by them. There's just no strange bacteria all of a sudden just growing out somewhere ready to take out. Come on. They are creating these things in labs, right? There's no way that people have just been living on the earth all this long, and just so happen these two atoms crash into each other and result to land on a fungi or a piece of a plant somewhere. Oh my God, this bacteria out of nowhere just wipes out half of mankind. I mean, let's get real. The chances of that happening, but when they get into a lab and start mixing up crap, or they start digging into these fucking tombs, digging in these ancient tombs and going, oh man, there's the Black Plague in this bone. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Stop digging into the ground and digging up all these dead bodies with the plague in their bone. Stupid idiots. Remember how they want to bring teleportation? Maybe we'll do a whole show on teleportation one day. I don't know a whole lot about it, but we can speak on it. I do know that teleportation will come first in the disguise of VR headsets. And I think that's all they have right now. I don't think they have a real teleportation thing where they can teleport you. All this crap in these movies, right? That they talk about. I think there was a movie called Teleporter or some shit. I probably watched 10 minutes of it. No offense, Boomer. I'm talking about the old people from back in the day. OG Knucklehead, he could be an old person from the back in the day. I forgot 70s. They are the next ones than we are. Boomer, that's why they are going to Mars. Right. This whole thing about go to Mars crap, that's all a bunch of lies. There is no such thing as going to Mars. Oh my God. That's another whole show. There's no freaking such thing as going to freaking Mars. There's no such thing as we found planet Earth 2.0. Will you be ready to get into a spaceship and head there? The fuck? What are you talking about? So you mean to tell me you want me to get into a spaceship and go to a different Earth? Huh? I mean, who are they talking to? I mean, who the hell they think they're talking to? So, oh God, we got to get off of this Earth to go where? So it's supposedly supposed to be greener on the other side of the fence, right, y'all? It's supposed to be greener on the other side of the fence, right? We're supposed to go, yeah, they found Earth 2.0. And the oxygen over there is better. There's no disease, and it's fresh water, and this and this and this, and there's no cancer, and blah, blah, blah. Let's go fly there. They gonna fly your happy tail somewhere to where, of course, your tail ain't gonna ever be seen again. Well, Uncle so-and-so lives on Earth Point 2.0. We just can't get in contact with him anymore. Yeah, because he blew up in the freaking space shuttle. Let me get off this thing. Let me get off this thing before y'all end up freaking coming to my house and protesting. I mean, all this stupid crap about them finding Earth Point 2.0 and all this crap, and somebody flying to Mars and shit. And it's like, what the fuck? So you mean to tell me you went to Mars and came back, but yet NASA said they can't go to the moon? Fuck out of here. I'm sick of this shit. Let me get off this internet. You guys have a great night in the conspiracy matrix. So those of you that are just walking in, you can play this video back on 1.5 speed or 2 speed. You don't have to do it tonight. Just do it whenever you guys want a chance. People are viewing these videos, guys. We got most of our videos are over 200 views. So people are coming over here. We've got 18 new subscribers, I think. So we're growing. We're getting there, y'all. We're growing. And the more you guys talk about the channel to other people, if you guys want, we're just facing reality over here. A lot of people are scared of this channel. That's normal to be scared. But at the same time, you guys have to walk away with knowledge. And with that said, you guys have a great night.